From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Good morning. I'm Lena Pringle, filling in for Kylie Conway. This is your News 8 Daily 8 for Thursday, April 6th. Thursday's forecast includes a cooler yet near normal day with partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. Highs top off in the mid-50s before a gradual warm up into the holiday weekend. Rescuers pull a car from a pond overnight and find no one inside. It happened just before midnight at Southport and Tibbs. Officers confirmed to our crew at the scene that the car was empty. No word if they know yet how it got there or when. To I-Team 8 and an emergency request from the lawyers of the Delphi murder suspect. Richard Allen's defense team is urging the judge to move Allen to a different prison, claiming his condition is deteriorating. Allen's lawyers are comparing his treatment in prison to that of a prisoner of war. The ACLU is making good on its promise to sue because of Indiana's newly signed gender-affirming care ban. Governor Holcomb signed the measure into law yesterday, then sent a statement defending the bill, saying gender-changing surgeries should only be for adults. He goes on to say there has and will continue to be debate within the medical community about the best ways to provide physical and mental health care for adolescents who are struggling with their own gender identity. And it is important that we recognize and understand those struggles are real. The law takes effect July 1st. It bans transgender youth from accessing medication or surgeries that help them transition. The ACLU filed a federal lawsuit within 2 hours of the signing, asking a judge to block the ban. It argues the law violates 14th Amendment rights by discriminating on the basis of sex and transgender status. Anyone undergoing hormone therapy will have it until the end of the year. IMPD has released the names of 2 officers who shot a carjacking suspect on an interstate ramp. The department says David Yohe and Donovan Hankins are both on administrative leave as IMPD investigates the shooting. It says the officer shot Michael Barnes last week on the I-65 ramp to Kessler. Police say Barnes had gotten into a crash, stole a car, led police on a chase, then got out of the car with a gun. At last check, Barnes was stable at the hospital. IMPD says the Use of Force Review Board is looking at the case. A former Avon police officer is under arrest, accused of domestic battery, criminal confinement, and strangulation. Avon police say they arrested Alexander Howell last night. The department says he worked for the agency from 2015 until he resigned last September. Investigators haven't released any other details about why Howell was arrested. Online court records show a special prosecutor was requested to hear the case. It's not clear when he may appear in court for his initial hearing. Mike Pence is closer to the witness stand. A spokesperson for the former vice president and Indiana governor says Pence will not appeal a court order telling him to appear before a federal grand jury, looking into efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Several Trump administration officials have already testified. Pence would be the highest profile witness so far. The governor of Missouri says federal help is on the way after another series of deadly storms swept through the state. A tornado before dawn yesterday left 5 people dead. Video from that area is showing widespread damage left behind in Bollinger County. Toppled trees, homes destroyed, debris everywhere. Now, this area is about 2 hours southeast of St. Louis. One man says a phone alert woke him up around 3:30 in the morning. So far, authorities say at least 63 people have died in this year's early severe storm season. From I-Team 8, the Better Business Bureau is offering tips for avoiding storm damage scams. The nonprofit says it hasn't gotten any scam reports yet, but warns people in tornado-ravaged areas like Sullivan and Whiteland should be on guard. The BBB says scammers will target storm victims by posing as cleanup, repair, or rebuilding companies. A spokesperson says watch out for companies who contact you instead of you contacting them. The BBB says storm victims should call their insurance company first in the days after a storm. If you do decide to go with a repair company, the BBB adds you should ask to see a business license and contractor's insurance. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Lena Pringle, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.